What's going on, y'all? This is Greg. Greg said it. Back with our inspiration motivation. We had a nice live today. Shout out to everybody who came through. If you catch the replay, make sure y'all check it out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We've been talking about, for this week, we have the current events, the main things of the week. And this week, it was a lot of talk about the whole situation with the combine. It's right around the corner. And we had some guys missing, and particularly, of course, they pointed out Shilo Sanders. And it was like, was he snubbed? Should he be invited? That's the big talk, and that's what people do. They talk around sports. That's what we all here to do at the end of the day. I talked about it today in our live briefly. We talked about it, and the title was, "It's the NFL hating on Colorado?" Well, some people feel that way, and that's a simple question at the end of the day, and we discussed it. And really, it has nothing to do with an opinion of mine or anyone else, but that is a topic, and that's what we discussed. So we come to the conclusion that, we don't promote victimhood, and we don't settle for foolishness either. But at the end of the day, Colorado has some great opportunity in front of them. The guys who don't make the combine have great opportunity. They still going to have a chance to possibly get drafted, and at the very least, they will have a chance as free agents. And we just see an uptick in more opportunity. Last year, we had some guys, nobody got drafted. I think Weaver would have got drafted. He wasn't hurt. I think he would have went in the later rounds. So we kind of missed that opportunity, but he went and made a team. So that's the first step. Some guys made the practice squad. Coach Prime's second group, he's going to actually have a couple first round. That's a jump from no draft picks to a couple. Now, of course, he bought them with him, but he has a couple first round draft picks and a few other ones right behind there. Probably at least 3 more. And that's something significant for a program that was only won 1 game a few years ago, 4 last year, to go to having several guys get drafted and several more with the potential to come on as a free agent. That's very good for a couple of years. So nobody's a victim here. Nobody is, woe is them, because they're going to get the opportunity. And that doesn't mean nothing about their career, but it is progress for the organization or the program. With that being said, you also have 4 guys invited to the combine. And yeah, you can compare yourself to other programs who've been doing this, and they track 5 stars and 4 stars like it's nothing every year. And that's expected, because those guys are, like we said, they already projected to go to the NFL some way, somehow. So these guys have been followed for years. So big ups to them. Kudos to them for having, like a Georgia, having 10 plus, 12 plus guys going. That's expected of a program who's been consistent. But for Colorado to be able to produce that in a couple of years, to put 4 guys in the combine, everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say that in their conference. Everybody can't say that in the nation. And this is a couple years again. And we expect, as they continue to build, to see more guys get invited to the combine every year. We expect to see people get drafted every year. We expect to start to see an accumulation of guys in the NFL, starting from last year and from this point forward, because it's going to be guys come out every year. And that's not easy to be said, because it's great programs who, they don't put out guys every year. Oh, I don't say great, good, decent programs, especially at D1, right? But you look at some big programs, what we consider the great programs, yeah, they will put out people every year. It's just a matter of how many in the class that's coming out. Colorado has a chance to at least be in that conversation. No comparison. They have an opportunity to say, we consistently put guys out. You have an opportunity to play the next level outside of just us saying it. We can show you. And I think that has a chance to grow as their recruiting grows and with time. And I think a lot of people couldn't see that. A lot of people doubted Coach Prime. A lot of people doubted Colorado, doubted even the Shadors and Travis, because they listen to some silly talk. And they still talking silly for the ego's sake. But I believe that these guys are setting a standard. You just can't do the roller coaster thing. It's like, hey, we got to put out first round guys every year. And they could. I don't know who's coming out this year. It depends on who shows out. I know new quarterback. He have a good year. He can do great things. We got some receivers like Amarion Miller who can, I don't know if it'll be this year or the next year. You got Colton Hood, maybe in a couple of years. DJ McKinnon. Some of these guys could be first rounders depending on how they perform. And they can come out the same year. So it's looking positive for them. Juju coming up the pipeline. Jordan Seaton come up the pipeline. We just had a couple of IMG guys. They could be future first rounders. We have some receivers. As long as the people stay, don't hit that portal. That's a whole nother thing. But either way, it's looking more likely than not. And it makes you have to think about something when we have this conversation. Like, what's for you is for you. You can't look at what other people have going on and compare, because it'll make you not seem grateful for what you have. Like, that's not your path. It's not your path. If you don't get invited to combine, that doesn't destroy it for you. You still can go have a great senior day. You still a pro day. You still can have a great career, a great rookie camp, great fall camp, make a team, and build your career. It means nothing. In the long run, you still got a chance to prove yourself like so many people have. That's your path. You don't have to be jealous. You don't have to feel like you've been snubbed. A lot of people look at it like that. They look at it like, oh, I feel like this guy. Because you got to think about it. We really follow our players. We know their name. We know what they look like. A lot of people don't unless they really, really that type of person who just really follow. But the average fan, they don't really look at the game like that. They know the superstars, and they probably wouldn't even know their faces unless they're like on a billboard or something like that. And they'd be a super duper star, like almost a Heisman or something. But Colorado, because of well off, because of Reach the People, Uncle Neely, and really a host of other people who interview these guys, you really get to know these players. You know them better than probably the guys who looking at them, scouting them, and you have your opinion, like, oh, he should be this, he should be that. And it kind of makes you feel like, oh, why you didn't, they don't see it your way. Maybe they know something you don't know, or maybe you know something they don't know. But at the end of the day, these guys want to get their opportunity. And it's going to be even more so than last year. And they don't have to feel no kind of way. They don't feel like nobody owed them anything. And if somebody didn't see you for what you think, you still have a chance to prove it. BJ Green still have a chance to prove it. He been doing consistent. They feel he undersized, whatever. I think he can be like how Houston was at Jackson State. He went and did well at Detroit. I think he's still hanging around. He went and showed them real quick. I'm that guy. I think he had some injuries and things like that, but this guy came out of HBCU and went and made a team. Not only made the team, but made a lot of noise, made an impact. They had to recognize. I think BJ Green, he can go be a guy that really makes some noise. Look over him if you want to. He's shown he can do it against the best. I think that the same thing goes for, Jimmy made the combine. I think he can go make a lot of noise. LeJounte make a lot of noise. But I think Will Shepard have opportunity to sneak up on some people who underestimate him, who look over him. He has the size and the ability to do it. He's going to have a chance to go and do that on somebody's team. You look at Shadoze, look at several of these guys in this particular group who have a chance to go and say, hey, look over me if you want to. I think Shadoze definitely be a guy. He's been consistent. As long as he stay healthy, I think he definitely be a guy to make some noise. Because he's did nothing but that. No matter what people thought about him, no matter what people felt like he was undersized, he's not under strength, and he's very consistent, very thorough in what he does. As long as he stay healthy, these guys are going to get their opportunity. And we're going to be looking forward to it. We're going to be watching it. We're going to follow it. It's not like the same as watching it at Colorado, but we definitely going to keep an eye out on him. I tried to keep an eye out on Weaver. I kind of lost a little contact with it from the preseason, but we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And I think that, as always, we can definitely relate to it. I think we definitely could benefit from the lesson ourselves. Sometimes we look at other people having their success, and we say, that was my opportunity. They should have gave me that opportunity. And while you're looking at it and while you're judging it, you're not prepared for yours a lot of times. While you've been salty, while you've been angry, you're not being really focused on it when your opportunity comes around. You don't want to get caught up like that. They don't want to get caught up like that. You don't want to get caught up like that. It's always an application to it, you know. We all gonna get our opportunity, like they say in a good old, well, I don't say Baptist church. They say what God has for you is for you, and I believe that. So y'all just keep that in mind too. I'm just Greg. Greg said it. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all share, subscribe, comment, and I'll be talking to y'all soon.